coming!
What do you want from us?
Come on!
Our eyes met across a dusty melamine countertop at the local library. I'd just handed over my copy of Delia Smith's One is Fun, and he'd managed to stifle a snigger. There was a haughtiness in his eyes that suggested a feeling of superiority over those around him. "This is late," he said. I blushed uncomfortably. Having paid, I rushed off to the romance section to hide from his quizzical gaze.
Hello. Do you mind if I sit here?
He came over under the rather obvious pretence of filing away some large print Mills and Boons that had been casually left on an adjacent trolley. But I knew in my heart of hearts that my other book choice, aside from Delia, À la recherche de temps perdu, had piqued his curiosity in me.
I said, do you mind if I sit here? Had a nice little coach trip out to Ripon Cathedral. Oh, it was lovely. I bumped into Daniel O'Donnell in the gift shop of all places. I nearly died. He was wearing a mauve cardigan which set off his eyes beautifully. We got chatting. Turned out it wasn't Daniel O'Donnell at all, but a very good look-alike. His name was Frank. He had a lisp. It takes all sorts.
Knights of the Talking Heads!
Prime Minister, General Bauer and the scientists from the Center for Viral Research are here to see you.
Thank you, Simpkins. Show them in. General Bauer, could you kindly tell me what the bloody hell is going on?
Prime Minister, we need to firebomb Yorkshire.
Firebomb Yorkshire? What in the blazes are you talking about, man? Dr. Lee from Ilch? What is this?
It started 2 days ago, sir. In Leeds, a virus, we think, that makes anyone who comes into contact with it think that they are characters in one of the Yorkshire-born playwright Alan Bennett's talking head monologues. If we don't act fast, life as we know it would come to complete standstill, with the whole of Britain unable to do anything but monologue endlessly about their repressed lives, their isolation, and their sexual guilt.
What?
I know it sounds crazy, sir, but the pathogen is highly virulent, so we need to kill the virus in its tracks. If we don't act now, we project that the whole of Yorkshire and parts of West Midlandshire will have gone down by Thursday.
Even as we speak, Prime Minister, hordes of them are gathering in public spaces in Leeds, Dewsbury and Pontefract and preparing to monologue their way south.
Good God. Then it would seem we have no alternative. Project Firebomb it is.
I were perusing the CD section at Woolworths in Filey, trying to decide whether to buy the Westlife Greatest Hits compilation, or instead a trivet, when I was accosted by a tall, dark stranger and we hit it off. He's an avid nature lover and spends most his evenings meeting friends of a similar disposition in the car park at the local nature reserve. I asked him one day what it was they were doing. I said, "Is it badger watching?" He said, "Yeah, summat like that."
The doorbell rang. It was the boiler repairman. Again. How many times can one boiler break? Still, when he visits, Mum always gives me some cash to go down the arcade for the afternoon, so it's not all bad.
Number 17's got a new tabby. I said, "Is it tame, that cat of yours? Is it tame? Doesn't strike me as tame. I caught it rotting the tree the other day. For goodness sake. I'll have to wash the bark.
Well, I don't like the way the vicar smells, so when he held me over that font in what can only be described as a precarious fashion, I thought, to hell with this, I'm going to be sick. You should have seen the fuss that was made, Mrs. Sheargold running around like a headless chicken and the verger trying to rub the mess up with his cassock. I thought, is this it for me? The Church of England? But then the wardens do keep a very clean vestry. It takes all sorts. It takes all sorts. It takes all sorts. It takes all sorts. It takes all sorts.
They seem to be resisting the firebombing. Any idea why?
Not only resisting it, sir, but thriving on it. It adds to their repressed feelings of loneliness, grief, and inner suffering.
Can anything be done?
If we can create a bomb filled with the antithesis to Alan Bennett's writing, then, well, that might just do it.
The antithesis to Alan Bennett? What is the opposite of Alan Bennett?
It has to be something fast-paced, in your face, with no subtlety or depth of meaning or character, with no literary merit at all. And Cockney. Very, very Cockney. Am I crazy, or does this sound like a job for Danny Dyer's back catalogue? Maybe if we grind it into a pulp and carpet bomb the infected area, then maybe, just maybe...
I'm afraid it's too late for that. We've just heard they've crossed the Pennines and large groups of them are heading south. I'm afraid we've no alternative but to blow up the whole of the North.
May God have mercy on our souls.
Prime Minister, it's over. The virus has been destroyed, and England, well, what's left of it, is safe. Do you understand, sir? It's finished.
I know it was a bit of a blow, sir, but we managed to save parts of East Anglia and all of Devon.
I've never tried osteopathy before, but our Claire swears by it. But when the woman asked me to slip out of my robe, I let out a giggle. It takes all sorts. It takes all sorts.